I love everyone. Excuse me. I I do this a lot on my Facebook, and I have over 500 live feed videos. I grew up in the ghettos, in the lower class areas, welfare kid, charity newsies, single mother, multiple different stepfathers. So when you grow up in the lower class areas, going to the public schooling systems and learning the ways of life in the slums, not even knowing who you are or anyone else around you when you very first are born at all, like all of us. We don't know where we come from. We don't know who we really are. We don't know why we're here. We just know what we've got to learn from everyone else. We learn all of the mannerisms and all the learned behavior from all of the people around our environment. I had 4 brothers. My mom was one single mom, but she had different boyfriends as we was growing up. We was in abusive situations, lots of aggravation, and there's going to be more aggravation when you don't have a lot of finances. My mom had me when she was 18, maybe 16. One of the two. Young mother, though. Baby still. All of us, the ways that we get taught out here in this world, in life, we're all pretty much babies. We all learn the same things from just other babies, pretty much, because the knowledge that everyone is told and taught through the upbringings, whatever it was not the true knowledge that we all needed to be able to get along with each other, to be able to have good relationships with each other. This was a built program for everyone to be involved in, to be indoctrinated lies, to be able to be divided, all people, all colors, all races, all genders. And if you don't do the research, then you will only have the books and the laws and the rules that you have learned from everyone else before you that have already been indoctrinated through the same systems on your beliefs of what you should believe for yourself, what is supposed to be facts. And these are their scientists. These are their historians. These are their people that have been paid by the same printed fake paper that none of us really even know that is fake. None of us know how the Federal Reserve really has been made and who's printing the money with out of thin air and just making every one of us do exactly what we're supposed to do to try and survive as we're building the war machines, as we're building everything to take the place over. We're building the schooling systems. We're building everything that we think are for us to have as accessories for more freedoms, when really it's just building us more into more enslavement. I know that the rap music was a very big part of my life, what has ruined a lot of things in my life. And the secret meeting that changed rap in a future generation of youth is one of the videos that I'd seen that really makes a lot of sense to me. And especially if you can look at what's going on right now across this planet, at least in the United States, where all of these boys and girls are all wanting to be exactly like the rappers and the trappers. Everyone's talking about carrying poles. Everyone's talking about fuck 12. Same stuff when I was growing up when he was talking about fuck the police, but I guess 12 is now the new hip word for saying fuck the police. I've looked into the women's rights movement. I've looked into the truth about feminism. I've looked into the truth about Western women. And I've looked into the truth about the money. I've looked into the truths about everything that I could think that would have anything to do with me in my life, which that would be everything. The relationship problems, why people are having relationship problems. If you don't know about hypersexualization of the youth, to make all these girls feel that their only worth is because of their body and what they're able to do, if they're able to twerk or not, then you have looked in the right direction to understand why it's not your fault. Lots of these young boys out here, young men, anyone, is all looking for love. All of us are, especially when we come from dysfunctional families, in which most homes are dysfunctional because of the program that we was all involved in. So abusive homes, abusive parents or step parents, and depending on your financial states with your parents, it depends on how much you're really eating or not, or what kind of clothes you may be getting or not, or just what type of life you may be living because of the way that this is built. Me and my brothers, we lived rough, and it was 5 boys, and my mother, she was a go-go dancer. So we was just involved in the lifestyle of seeing this type of girls coming over to the house and people drinking and partying and stuff a little bit, you know, and we seen that as kids. And most of the time we would be put in front of the television screen. And if we're not in front of the television screen, we're out trying to figure out how to make us a bicycle to get around the neighborhood or something. And then we meet our friends, and then our friends are learning the same things from the same teachings of the television and the schooling systems, the history of all of these people that were supposed to be taking or trying to take over our countries or our country, trying to come and fight against us. And if we was really to be able to see the truth, and instead of believing their lies over the television screens, then we would know better. But we ain't going to get to know better because we are the pawns to be used to go over and be the terrorists for our own streets as well as other people's streets that don't have certain kind of money at all, because the government here has taken everyone's. Those people didn't have cell phones. Those people don't have nice homes. Those people didn't have nothing. They want to go take these places over to be able to make them new slaves too, and be able to get them into the indoctrinations of the schooling system as well. And if you think about the indoctrinations of the education systems, and if you look into the dumbing down of society or look into the dumbing down of the education system, it will blow your mind. And it is a program for everyone to be involved in the ways that people are supposed to think in their own minds about what they are supposed to do and living out here to be of value for the corporation, for the American dream that is a lie. So your first 18 years of your life, which is only 6,570 days, most of your time is being indoctrinated by the books that you're supposed to read and by the assignments that you are supposed to finish and get your A's and B's on, so that you can feel like you're get ready for your stars and stripes. And if you are in the lower class areas, you're already fending and fighting over who's the cool kid, because everyone that doesn't have a certain type of money isn't going to be able to dress a certain type of way. So now there's going to make frictions and hates and bullying between these lower class people that is going to make it even easier for them to be instilled and bred for the hate at the young age, to be able to dislike certain people so that they can go ahead and go and try and take from other people because of the ways that they was being abused for not having anything. So it makes it easier for these lower classes to feel okay about the crimes that they're going to be involved in, because of the people around them that was going to be able to help them and teach them how to be criminals and not even knowing it. Because when your parents are working so much or doing whatever it is to be able to try to provide for the home, for the children, they're not thinking about really hanging with the children. They already feel terrible that they got to take care of the children because they're young. And so they already feel fucked up that they've made these decisions, I'm sure. And wanting to go out and be the cool kids and be out hanging out with the other people, loving life. But they didn't know what they was getting themselves into, and Disney Channel and all the cartoons and everything else. It's making people feel like you're supposed to be getting involved with a girl at a young age, ends up making people have sex, and ends up making people have unprotected sex, and ends up making babies, so that now these babies are having babies and they are not even understanding what life really truly is about, because they've never really had no true guidance. And everyone else was the only people that was ever really truly showing anyone anything, because they was only the friends that was out at that time, cutting school or not, doing whatever to be the cool kids. Children should be raised by adults in family setting. Instead, they are raised by their peers, other children. Yes, they are. And that's what happened to me. And a lot of people around me. And now, 42 years old, about to be 42 years old, I never knew nothing about the truth in this world. And I just woke up a little over a year and a half ago about all of the real lies in this world, about the media, the television, and everything. I just happened to me. Well, bless you, or bliss you, and I'm sorry. It's happened to a lot of us. It has. And I don't like it. So now I stick my neck out, and I have, I don't do it often on here, but I do need to start doing it more often on here. I've been teaching myself everything. I've taught myself everything for this, my whole life. But now this past year and a half, a little over that, a little over 500 days, I wanted to find out what was going on with the government. So I started looking. And I looked at that Illuminati leak training video. It popped up one day, and now it made too much sense to me. So I went and looked at it. And I have 2 daughters, and I've been with a lot of women in my life. And I always felt like something was funny about the ways that the women are treating men. And I always thought that it was a funny way that it was set up for the child support. I know. I've looked into it, sis. I've looked into it. I looked into the Federal Reserve. I've looked into all of it. I've got over 5,000 hours of research in. My Facebook is censored so bad. That's why I'm doing this right now. I would think there should be a lot more than one viewer, because call me bro. Oh, you're a bro? Bubblevis. Okay, bro. My bad. It looks like it was a girl. I don't know. But now I've been trying to... I'm from Holland. Well, hell yeah. I love you. And I hope everything is blessed. And I guess my phone's going to go dead now. And it was just... They're censoring everything that I'm trying to do. They're censoring everything that I'm trying to do. And I just wish I could save my people. People around me think that I'm going crazy now. They're trying to say that I'm a drug addict or something because my teeth are... They anything they can to try and make someone seem like something's wrong with... Don't get paranoid. I'm not paranoid. I'm not paranoid. I'm far from paranoid. I'm pissed. I'm mad that no one can see it. I'm mad that it's happening to every one of us, and they're going to put, and it looks like they might be able to put that chip in everyone or whoever's left. And no one wants to pay attention. And all it is no one speaking. And I'm dead since birth. You know, my kids don't treat me right. No, a lot of people's kids ain't treating them right. And it is because of the way that the system is set up for the welfare and the child support and the shaming men. Most people are clueless and don't care. I know. I already know, man. And I've already stuck my neck out and I'm already on the radar. So I'm already being looked at a certain way, and they've already been messing with my Facebook and my page and censoring it and following me with military drones a few times. And they fly over my house with black helicopters. They get on my live feeds on Facebook and have trolls on there trolling and trying to knock me off of my thoughts about how I'm supposed to be trying to wake people up. I've been visited by other beings that would not let me see who they are. And I know people would think that someone's going crazy. I wouldn't have believed none of this stuff a while ago. I was a dope boy. I was out here just chasing the same things that music made me chase because I didn't know anything else. And now that I see what has happened, it really pisses me off for what they're doing to all of our people. They've made racism. They've made the sexism. They've made, you might have psychosis. You know, it is sad that when you speak about something like that, that people would think that it is something crazy, too much pressure. I've had pressure all my life. I was visited by other beings with 3 other people in my garage, and they seen this shit too. The light in my garage, it wasn't just the light. The whole roof lit up, and we was all frozen. We was all paralyzed. It happened to a girlfriend of mine. Well, they got every one of all 4 of us was paralyzed in the garage, and they telepathically talked through me and telepathically talked through the one girl. They didn't talk through the one guy, and they talked through my girlfriend. I've got a video on Facebook about it. You know, and I know I shouldn't even be talking about it because they want to lock people up that know anything. This place is beyond what we've ever been told. But they said through me that everyone needs to stay calm, and this is what we need for all beings in the universe to come together as one. I know it sounds crazy, you know, and I know all this shit is crazy. I already know. It all sounds crazy to people that are supposed to be so normal or being sane or being considered sane. I'm fine. I've always felt different. I've always felt different. I always felt like I was from somewhere else. I never felt like I was from here anyways. I've always had signs through my life of things going to happen in my future that end up happening, and it did. And numbers and numerology and synchronicities all through my life. But I didn't know what it was until this past year and a half. And now, when you find out that you don't own a damn thing, and I've been working towards having something because we never had nothing, then you get real salty about that. And then you can see that even the people that'll be watching, the people that are telling the truth, they don't own a damn thing. The police, the feds, the FBI, the DEA, all of these people, they don't own shit. And then they've also been tricked into the relationship problems that they've been tricked into off the television, and the marriage and the divorces and child support and the alimonies, for everyone to stay a certain type of confusion and aggravated towards each other, to where everyone has the same types of certain pressures on their lives about not being able to do or be enough for someone, whether it's their time or their money, to where everyone's staying so frustrated and hating each other, so that it wouldn't be so hard for the police to get big egos to go and lock up certain people that may not deserve to be locked up, or if anyone talks about the truth, that people talk about them like they're crazy because, oh my God, conspiracy theories. And then I don't know. I see a lot. I see a lot. And psychosis, I doubt. I've been kidnapped. I've been pistol whipped. My whole family's been held hostage. All my upbringing of my life, I was growing up in the ghettos and I was out here doing ignorant stuff. So I was already built for pain. I was already built for the bullshit. So there's nothing really right now like that can really mess with me and make me psychologically fucked up, because I've been through it all pretty much, I think, and feel the ways that me and my brothers had to go through, the things that we did. We was in foster homes, separated and everything, and we was abused and beat on by different stepdads that was drug addicts and alcoholics. But that's another part of it too. I try to support leaders who are revolting the globalist neo. It went away. I don't know. I try to support leaders who are revolting to the globalist neo matrix future. And I love you and thank you. Thank you for being a real human. There's not a lot left. There's not a lot of them left. And it's so hard to wake people up, man. And I understand that, because people was trying to wake me up and I wasn't listening because I felt like I had everything together. But when you find out who the real main beast is, and the government bringing the drugs, and the government poisoning all of our people, and the witchcraft in the music, and the demons in the music, and the demons and witchcraft in the drugs, and all of the things that they really are doing to us on this spiritual warfare, and it gets real upsetting. Do you know Jordan Peterson? No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I'm not sure if you've ever watched any of my videos or not, but I do have a few of them on here, and I dressed as characters and everything. I'm a clown. I've always been a funny person because, you know, I always wanted to try and make everyone around me feel better than the miseries that I already knew that they felt, because I felt the misery and the pain. I surfed the live streams. Well, I love you. I love you. And not seeing your videos. Yeah, well, they're censoring my page, and they're trying. I've been trying to get this message out for over a year and a half now, and it's hard to do it by yourself, man. Especially when everyone always looked up to me as a certain way as a dope boy in the neighborhoods, because I was always the one with the big rims and multiple girlfriends living with me, and gold grill, gold teeth, always just out here flashy and being all that you're supposed to be in the American dream for the television screen show for everybody else to go ahead and, hey, there he is. And then some things happened in my life that woke me up, man, and showed me who my real friends was, and you have none. Alex Jones. Yeah, I've seen the Alex Jones ones, and I've seen a lot of them saying that he's propaganda. He's pumping it up for the wrong side. He does put out, but they're putting out a lot of information right now. They're putting out a lot of information right now because they want everybody to know that they've done it. And they want everybody to know that the puppets that they have used or whatever, that they don't want them to know it's puppets, but they want to blame it on the puppets. So they can go ahead and try and do this fake alien invasion, so that everyone will go ahead and blame either right-wing or left-wing dingling. That's the exact same. That's all working for the same bankers, the Bilderbergs and the Rothschilds and all that. And so no one will ever even think or know who really done what to anyone. They're going to blame it on all the history of his stories of who they say it was. He woke me up. Watch him for 12 years. Yep. Okay, cool. As long as you're woke, you know, like, but he's a propaganda artist is what I'm seeing. I've seen a few of, and I love everyone. Everyone has been involved in something and don't even understand it, because we was all tricked into something. We was all babies from the beginning, and we was all bred to be involved in a part. And then when you got certain bills and you got certain responsibilities that you have to take care of, people already have picked their careers. not knowing what the career really was. And even if they do find out, now they got their bills that they have to pay and the lifestyle that they've gotten used to. Propaganda and indoctrination is good. It is good to know. It's good to learn it, I guess. It's all knowledge. It is all knowledge. That is very true. I just wish that it wasn't such a grimy place, man. I wish that it was more fair for everyone, because when you look at the money that these people have, and that's $200 and something trillion between these three banks, $200 and something trillion, and we're $27 trillion in debt, and people have to be riled up or nothing will change. I don't want to rile them up. Because then that's when I'm already considered some kind of terrorist because of me speaking against the government about what they're doing to every single one of us. But really, I think that a lot of it has to do with us just being knowledgeable about what's really going on, so that we won't treat each other a certain way anymore, so that we will respect each other more than money. You need the masses. There's no more. I know. You're right, man. I already know. It's crazy. There's only one person on here, isn't it? That's so crazy. One person on here right now. I don't understand that. Okay, well, maybe some of my people, now I just shared it, so maybe some of my people from Facebook will come on and share it or something. It might not even last that long because my battery is pretty low right now. Knowledge is the key. I agree. It definitely is. I'm not sure if you've ever checked out actualize.org, brother. But actualize.org, the guy's name's Leo, and he helped me so much. Like I said, I grew up in the ghettos. I was completely brainwashed. No one could tell me nothing at all. I was just worried about going out here and having all the baddest bitches and everything, and the cars and the clothes. I was so fucked up from my upbringing, from not really having any guidance of a real true father figure or anything. I was involved in nothing but criminal activities. And I know that there's a lot of kids that are going through this right now because they don't have guidance neither. And it's even worse right now because the ways that they're making these kids want to shoot each other and pack these guns and make it so cool and to show off. It's just, they're going to push us into a new world order, and no one even understands that. I just wish these people wasn't so greedy, man. I wish that they would figure out some way to just, but it's not going to happen like that. They want complete control. They want complete control over all people. I know you do. I can tell. I can tell. And I thank you. I don't know. I just, I try my hardest, but I do got some funny videos on here too, brother. And I'm dressed as a hood dude named Graham Cracker. I'm dressed as a stripper chick named Sharon Cox. And a nerdy guy doing the New World Order interview. I do my own improv and freestyling, and I don't claim to be a rapper or anything like that, but I'm funny. Trying to be the best that I can to get somebody to look this way, to maybe spark a little bit of interest in someone else that may not have any kind of thinking about anything, because when we're indoctrinated 4,000 days out of our 18 years of 6,000 plus days, all we know is what they've indoctrinated us. So I watched maybe 1,000 streams the last 2 weeks. You're the first talking about this stuff. I thought more people was waking up, man. It is sad because more people, they'll talk about sports, or they'll talk about the presidents, what one's doing what, or what whoever was doing good for us. Just, they talk about everything that they're being taught. a bunch of bullshit to aggravate everyone else, to make more racial profiling and racism and sexism, and this won't be seen. You can clearly see the algorithms they're setting on this. 30 minutes and you're the only person on here. It's just, they even forbid each other to talk about politics. I know. I already know. And I just shared this on my Facebook, and still none of my followers are even on it. They knocked my followers off on my Facebook. I have over 500 live feeds on my Facebook if you're interested in checking me out on there. And I do love you and all your family. I'm not playing. I just don't know what else to do, man. And I know I'm already on the radar. And I don't know who's watching behind the screens and gives a shit about any of us, but I doubt that the people that's going to be chipping everyone's going to give a fuck about the people watching me on the other side of the screens when they're done using them too. So I hope they do their own research one day too, because it's amazing that a piece of paper was able to do this to every single one of us. And then now when we get if they chip, they ain't chipping me. They have to kill me. I'm already dead. I don't like this place, but I'll never kill myself. I'll never kill myself. I'm here to do something. And I'm very strong. They made me have to be this strong. I had to see what was going on in this place. We're way beyond this place. We're who knows how old we are for real. Some souls I do believe are older than others, and some souls may be brand new fresh. It is wild when you think about it now that you've never thought about it your whole life. Because you never thought you had to. You thought the government loved you. Or you thought they really cared about their people. Because everyone else has made you believe that. It's crazy. It is way over too many people's heads, though, for anyone to really... It's like they got too much going on in their lives. It's like they got way too much stress and everything going on in their lives. They don't want to think about it. They don't want to think about the things, and then that's what's going to end up making them end up having to be rebirthed here again. And then when they're rebirthed here again, who knows if they're going to have that chip in their hand from the very beginning of birth. And then who knows if you're going to be watching television shows or not. And what is it going to be on that television? And are you going to be underground? Is it going to be made to where everyone's supposed to believe something crazy happened up here, to where now the slaves will be kept underground and the elite people can keep this top half of this world and just live lavishly off of us doing everything for them, as the slaves chipped to be all we're supposed to be only for them, as they make us believe that they're taking care of us that way, and no one would ever know any different, because you would be being raised. I see a trend towards freedom and dignity. I sure hope so, man. I hope so. I hope. Because it ain't fair the way they've done what they've done to everyone. It's not. So I try. But, first there was the truth movement. Yeah. Yep, I know. Let's hope it just keeps moving, man. Let's hope that they keep, because now the air, all air, right? The chemtrails, that the air, or that they all right? What? I don't understand that last one, but now is the alt right, ulterior right, maybe, right? I told you I'm a hood kid, man. I can barely spell my damn self sometimes. I ain't even gonna play, man. I didn't have to do nothing but play with money and women. And I'm pissed at that. But I didn't know what was going on. And that's what's so fucked up. They're training everybody to be And also Jordan Peterson is making waves. Okay, I'm gonna have to check him out, brother. Thank you. Thank you. I think, does he got blue eyes like me too? I think maybe I seen this guy. I've been seeing a lot of people talking that I have been seeing. I know. I hope. Man, that's all we can do is hope and pray to love. Canadian. Is he in Mexico or something? He's living in Mexico though, I think. I think I seen some guy that... No. There's another guy too that's doing it that I seen. He's living in Mexico and he looks like he could be my damn brother. But he's an older guy. Kind of haircut like mine. I don't know, but my battery's about to die, and at least they let you watch, brother. He's psychology professor. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to check him out. Thank you, man. Well, I appreciate your time, man, and your conversation, and you can see obviously that 36 minutes and 25 seconds so far, and you're the only person on here that cared. So thank you. I love you. And bless everyone. And I'm going to charge this battery. I'll try and get back on here again later. Thank you very much. And I love you and your whole family and everyone. Tell them all I said hello and I love you all. And check out some of my videos and go ahead and laugh your butt off. Or try to. And let me figure out how to... I think